Hello students, welcome to science class. In part 3 of the video, I have explained you about water, types of impurities and how you can remove insoluble impurities from a solution of water and sand. Now in part 4 of the video, I will explain you how you can remove soluble impurities from water. Let's see the contents of today. Removal of soluble impurities from water, water purification, why do we purify water, and the methods of purification of water. Let's begin with the video. Removing soluble impurities from water. So, before going further, let's have a recap. What are soluble impurities? All the impurities that can dissolve in water are called as soluble impurities. For example, salt or sugar, it can dissolve in water. And some chemical salts like the salts of potassium and magnesium, they can dissolve easily in water. So these type of impurities are called as soluble impurities. When these impurities are dissolved in water, this becomes a solution. That is, salt is called as the solute and water is called as the solvent. When salt is dissolved in water, it is called as solution. Now, first method is evaporation. It is the process of turning water into vapors. Second method is distillation, the process of purifying water by heating and cooling. Let's see the method of evaporation.
When we have a mixture of salt and water to separate, we take this solution in a kettle and cover it with a lid. Now gently heat the kettle for some time. Heating transforms water into vapor that escapes from the spout of kettle. Continue heating till all the water gets converted into vapor and only salt is left behind in the kettle. Thus, salt dissolved in water can be separated from the water through this process. This process of conversion of water into vapor by heating is called evaporation.
Okay, so you have understood about evaporation. It is a very easy and very good method for separating salt and water. But the drawback in this method is that you can easily get the salt because it is left behind, but you cannot collect water in the method of evaporation. So there is one more method which we will talk about is distillation. Distillation involves the process of boiling, condensation of water, both the methods. First we will boil the water, means we will boil the salt solution, and then we will collect the vapors of water by the method of condensation. It can remove all impurities in water. In distillation, impure water is heated in a flask. Then it will become steam and the vapors will be collected in separate flask. So in this way we can achieve both the things. Let's see the method of distillation.
Distillation is a method of obtaining pure liquid from a solution. In this process, the solution is heated so that the liquid evaporates. Let's understand this with an experiment. Take some salt water in a retort and heat the retort till the steam comes out of it. We will see the steam getting collected inside the beaker in the form of droplets of water. The steam condenses and reaches the beaker, and the salt left behind in the retort. This method of separation of soluble solids from liquids is called distillation.
So children, you can see the apparatuses used in this process. I know all these apparatus are new for you. Let's see this. This retort is also called as the distillation flask. Okay. Then this long tube like structure, which is called as the condensing tube or the condenser. What happens in it? When the vapors are passing through this condenser, it is continuously cooled by running tap water. Means one pipe is connected directly to the tap from which running water will pass through this condenser and it will cool down the vapors achieved of water. Okay, and the last is the beaker or the collecting flask in which purest form of water or the distilled water is collected. So you have understood the method of distillation. Now, what is the difference between evaporation and distillation? In evaporation, water is lost in the form of vapor, means you will get only salt in the end of evaporation, whereas in distillation the number of mixtures or whatever is there in the mixture, you can achieve all of them, means you can achieve salt also as well as water. And remember, distilled water is the purest form of water. This water is used in car batteries, scientific experiments, and also used in making medicines. But in distillation, both impurities and pure water are obtained. Now, what is water purification? It is the process of removing contaminants from water to make it safe and palatable for human consumption. In simple terms, you can just understand in the way that when water contains a lot of impurities or contaminants which will pollute water and cause many diseases, that's why we need to purify the water so that it's fit for drinking and for human consumption. Why should we purify water? Water contains a number of impurities. These impurities can cause multiple diseases when consumed. Name of some of the waterborne diseases are dysentery, cholera, jaundice. So we must drink pure water only. Contaminated water can also damage appliances and equipments. Do you know the reasons for the contamination of water? How is this water contaminated or polluted? Due to some of the climatic changes, increasing pollution levels, aging pipeline network and poor maintenance, demand for municipal water is greater than the supply, reliance on pesticides and insecticides. These are all the causes for contamination of water. Let's see some of the methods for purifying water. First method is boiling, which we easily use in our day-to-day life for achieving pure drinking water. Second is chlorination. Third, filtration. And fourth is the modern way of filtration, that is using a water filter. After removing soluble and insoluble impurities, drinking water is purified by two processes, that is boiling and chlorination. Means you can remove the insoluble impurities by filtration and then you can boil the water, and chlorination can also be done. Water is heated for 10 minutes. Boiling kills all the germs present in water and makes the water pure. So, it is the simplest way to purify water at home. Then chlorination. Adding of chlorine tablets in water to kill germs and to make water pure is called chlorination. Nowadays, we are also using separate water purifiers like the Kent RO, etc., Aquaguards, Pureit. There are so many number of water purifiers available in the market. Electrical water purifier is used to get pure water in most of the houses. RO water purifier is also used. So, we have come to the end of the chapter. You can go through all the topics once again for a quick recap. Subscribe to my channel for the next videos. Thank you.